Well, you've guessed it, it was me. Now they say save the best till last, but I'm not too sure whether that's the case this time. I think I'm in the running somewhere. So obviously my name is Stephen. I am one of the co-owners of Fever Dance Company. We've existed in this dance world for many, many years now, and you're going to learn a little bit about me now. Okay, so a very big demanding question now. How long have I been dancing? What is my role and what do I teach? Well, I've been dancing for many years. I've been dancing since I was 10 years old. I started dancing in Preston at a local dance studio. I went to the dance studio because I was being pestered by my mum, which probably most boys get. I was watching Come Dancing one night and a friend of mine was dancing on the show, and he lived probably about 5 doors away, and I thought he was a bit of a ladies' man, and I thought, why is he doing that? I wonder why he's doing that. So I went to the local dance studio and instantly realised why he was doing it. So fellas, if you don't dance, you need to dance. It will change your life. Okay then, so what is my role? My role can't really be defined really. I'm a little bit like Rachael and Gillian. We tend to do everything, and Nicole to be fair. We don't really have a specific role. I teach dancing obviously, as I've said, but I tend to do quite a lot of things. I'm more in charge of the marketing of the studio, so if you get annoyed by that, that's my fault. But you know, painting the studio, fixing a broken radiator, fixing a blocked toilet, which I've had to do during lockdown. How it got blocked during lockdown, I've no idea. Painting the walls, climbing on the roof, lots of different things that you do when you run your own business really. An accountant, a bookkeeper, everything. So yeah, my role is, I suppose, one of the managers of Fever, really. You know, when you run your own business, you have to turn your hand to everything. Now, as I've said in the last thing, what do I teach? I teach ballroom and Latin, predominantly. Partner dancing like salsa and Charleston and things like that. More of the Latin fringe dances or the ballroom fringe dances. I don't teach cheerleading. You don't want to see the fat lad cheer, and I don't teach disco or street dance or anything like that because I've never been very good at that really, if I had to say myself, although once upon a time I was a Chippendale at the age of 12. Now, if you don't know what a Chippendale is, go and look it up. Okay, now what is my favourite dance outfit? Well, as a boy dancer, dance outfits aren't really that exciting. They tend to be very, very similar outfits, showing quite a bit of chest, which involves shaving your chest so you can show off your muscular physique. That's gone. But if I had to pick my favourite outfit that I wore, it would probably be the Rio outfit, which was my very last formation dance outfit. It was a bit blingy, red and gold rhinestones I believe. We had a chain on, which made me feel good, and the belts were pretty cool as well. So yeah, if it would be the Rio outfit. If I had to pick one of the girls' outfits, probably my favourite girls' outfit that clearly boys I don't wear, but it would have to be the white Buble outfits that the girls wore. because the minute they put them on, and you've probably heard this by all the girls that wore them, the minute they put them on, they became different people. So yeah, they were magical. Okay, so what do I do to relax? Now, you may have noticed that I'm in a Under Armour top, a t-shirt, and I have got shorts on. Now, I don't tend to wear sports gear, but before lockdown, I joined a gym, and I went once, and I'm going to go back because I think I need to. But this is what I've been doing to relax. I've been dressing down to relax. So I've been trying to not take life seriously, trying to take stock of life, as everybody's been doing in lockdown, looking at what is important, and also watching a bit of telly together. So I like to watch a little bit of telly, I do, but before lockdown, you know, I would watch my own things, and the kids and Rachel would watch their things or wouldn't watch TV. So we tended to watch things together. So Rachel and I have started watching Silent Witness, which has been our lockdown series. We've started at series 6 and we're now up to series 18. So busy nights. So this is what have I missed most most during lockdown. Now, lockdown is an odd word, isn't it? That, you know, we've not really been locked away. We have been allowed to go out, but we're not allowed to go and see our friends, and we weren't allowed to see our families. So I suppose that's what I've missed most about lockdown, really, is seeing people. You know, as you know, I'm a quite sociable person. I like to talk to people, even the people behind the counter at McDonald's, which annoys my wife tremendously because I will always call them by the name on the name badge. And yeah, seeing all the customers here, seeing my mum and dad, you know, seeing Rachel's mum and dad and all her brothers and her sister and her husband, and still haven't really seen my brothers, you know, and I suppose that is what I've missed most, really, is just seeing people other than my immediate family, who I love tremendously, but when you're in this same four walls day in, day out for hours on end, then seeing somebody else is needed. So yeah, there you go. Okay, my favourite dancing memory. Now, as I am slightly older than the rest of them, I've had a lot more memories. So, I would probably say that I've got a few. Now, if I was to go back to my younger years in dancing, one of my favourite dancing memories was being taught by Shirley Ballas and her husband Corky Ballas. Now, everybody knows who Shirley Ballas is because she's now a judge on Strictly Come Dancing, but we had Shirley and Corky teachers when we were younger, and we did a routine, and it was a Michael Jackson routine, and he gave me the inspiration of dancing. He made me understand Latin American dancing to a degree that I didn't understand before, all about the emotional side of each dance, and it tended to sink in. And from that day, I wanted to do it for myself and not just for anybody else, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that would probably one of my early memories of dancing, where he would sit you down and talk about each dance and make you close your eyes and go into each dance. It was really, really good. And then probably the next memory, I suppose, is opening the studio. You know, we started Fever in 2004, and we traded from the Canterbury Hall, which is no longer there. And the Canterbury Hall was an amazing venue, and if I'd have known that Fever was going to be as great as it is now, you know, I wish we'd have been in the position to buy it, because it was a brilliant venue, very large, very with lots of breakout spaces for the children. But when we were told that a property developer had bought it, we had literally, from being told, 2 weeks to find a new premises, which a very close friend of ours called us and told us that his friend had a venue that he was looking to get rid of. So we came to have a look at, which is now Fever Dance Studio, and it was Celebrations Function Suite, which a lot of your parents will know as Celebrations. And then we had 6 weeks trying to turn it into a dance studio. So that is a very happy memory for me, moving into our own premises and then welcoming everybody to what we believe is probably one of the best dance studios in the Northwest. And then I think probably my last favourite memory, I've got loads of them to be honest with you, but I love the Pride of Fevers that we do with all the children, and they see how excited they get before it, you know, not just because of the competitions, but because Pride of Fever is our family, our well, it's pride of all our children. So it's amazing to watch them, and you know, all the parents welling up, watching all the kids dance and seeing the progression of all the dances, because I don't get to see the children dancing every week because I don't tend to teach the children. I tend to teach adults more. So yeah, that's a brilliant memory. And then probably my last thing will be the Strictly tour, getting the call from Craig and speaking to Craig Revel Hallwood about it and going to meet him just before Christmas with Rachael in London, and then putting that thing together. That was crazy, trying to find all the hotels, booking the travel. Yeah, it's never a dull moment here, and I get lots of memories, and I'm sure, you know, that everybody that comes here will have all those memories as well. Okay, now, food. As you can tell, I'm no stranger to food. During lockdown, I shaved this lovely beard off, and it wasn't a pretty sight. It showed how much food I actually ate. So, my favourite food, I think, has to be sweet things. Now, if the nurse at the doctor's is watching this, yes, I'm still eating lots of sugar, which is really bad. But Rachael has taken to doing a bit of baking during lockdown, and she has perfected scones, and she has perfected flapjack. Flapjack with chocolate on the top. Not just normal chocolate, Cadbury's chocolate on the top, and it's not thin either, it's quite thick. So if I had to pick my favourite food, it will be anything sweet, and anybody that knows me who's been out for a meal with us will always know the dessert of choice has to be sticky toffee pudding, and that's my favourite food. So what is my favourite track to dance to? Now this is quite a hard one really, because as some of you will know, that I tend to do all the socials and play all the music for everybody. So I get lots of song choices for different people, and you know, if you hear a track more than 100 times, it no longer becomes your favourite anymore. So I think if I was to choose a favourite routines music, then again, it would be the Rio music, although none of the judges liked it, but I loved it. But I think my favourite track would have to be a track called Fallen by Lauren Wood. Now, Fallen by Lauren Wood is special to me for more than one reason. It's a lovely rumba, which I tend to play for the sequence rumbas in our socials, and I play it every week. And the reason I play it every week is because Fallen was mine and Rachel's wedding dance. Now, it wasn't supposed to be our wedding dance. We were supposed to be having It Had to Be You by Harry Connick Jr., but one of the bridesmaids forgot the CD, so it was our second choice, and we hadn't choreographed anything to it, and we danced to it at our wedding day, and yeah, that's why that's my favourite track to dance to. Okay, so hopefully you know a little bit more about me now. I am one of the people that run the studio, as you know. I am around quite a bit. If you've never seen me before, it's probably because you come on a night when I'm not here. But you will always see me on the stage at Pride of Fever and at Festive Fever, introducing the children, trying to crack some jokes with the dads, trying to be light-hearted. My classes that I teach, if you're in my classes tend to be fun, I think. I think they're fun. You know, there's no holds barred. You're allowed to have a go and take the mickey out of me, because it's all about fun. And I've always thought that when I teach dancing, that people are coming out to do something with their partner, or meet new people, or just do something else. So the technique of dancing is wonderful if you really want to be a dancer and you want to compete. That's great, and we can do that here. But when you come and social dance, which is the majority of my classes, I know that you're coming to have fun. So I want to make it as fun as possible, and the dancing becomes the byproduct of having a laugh, really. So yeah, I hope to see you all soon. We are allowed to come back very shortly, and this period has been very odd. Not having to come into the studio, not seeing people when you are used to seeing hundreds of people each week is very odd, and sometimes very hard. So I understand exactly how everybody's feeling, and when you do come back, you will be able to, although I won't be able to hug you, you will be getting a hug without a hug. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you soon.